Hello, party people, and welcome to the adventures of Clem Hawkins. My name is Clem Hawkins, and I'm your host. Welcome to my humble abode. Today, oh, look at that. I still got my headlight on. Today, we're starting the Void Shouting Match, whatever you want to call it. I think funny thoughts. I think reducing my social media presence has enabled me to concentrate. It's funny because in cooking, when you reduce a broth, you concentrate the broth. I'm reducing things so I can better concentrate. It's not just my ADD, sometimes it's just intelligence. What's going to happen next is I'm going to let you watch a video. And this video is me introducing this new concept of The Adventures of Clem Hawkins. It's a documentary, it's footage, it's live, it happens as it develops with the intention, as you could see from the book cover. Let me put that back here and put it down here because this is going to be my new little, what do you call it? Identification marker, logo, brand. It's not the way I wanted it, but Gemini sucks. Jim sucks. Jim's okay. The I part sucks ass. I asked for a book title. I guess I closed it, so I can't really show you. Yes, I know I could be a nerd and worry about, but I'm not going to be a nerd right now. I'm not going to go through history and find it because I know it's stored in mini files all over the place. And it's meant so it's hard for a reason because they don't want normal people poking around in the way that they manipulate people. Anyway, welcome to my channel. I'm not going to expect live anything. I don't expect chats or interactions. It's where I can document all that's been going on. I've been trying to catch up with 20 years of my adventures and documenting since 98, basically, the adventures that my life has gone through. Because when I meet people on the streets in random situations in life, if I get into any of my stories, a lot of times they are seemingly captivated beyond my interest, but their interest in the story leads me to talk more, leads me to share more, and inevitably, many times people have ended the situation by saying, "You have an interesting way of looking at things. You could be a really good writer." And I'm like, "I'd be a horrible writer. I suck at grammar and stuff like that. I can speak, but it's a challenge." And when pressed, like if you just said talk to this white guy, I'd use white guy talk and I'd probably be okay. But that's not normally where my brain lives, so it's not how I communicate, so it's not how the words on the page would read. These are not words on a page, but eventually they might become them. Anyway, I recorded a piece of footage that was an introduction. I didn't think it was going to be all that big. Turned out it was 5 fucking gigabytes. It took 20 minutes just to copy it from my recorder to the thing. I don't have that time or luxury of focus in that way. So instead, what I'm going to do, hopefully, is I believe that I copied it. I'm up of the, oh, I did. And, well, give me the controls, you quad. Sorry, it opened, but it didn't open with the program I wanted. So, oops. I actually want to get rid of celluloid altogether because it kind of sucks. But here's this. And then we have to find, let's use this window. Oh, it's still copying to the desktop. So let's do this. I'm trying to play a file that's not even copied to the desktop yet, which is silly. Oh, is it at why? Because it's not on, but also because it's not there. So this is my time frame before we can watch it. It's funny. I was all like, "Oh, this will be the solution. I'll just copy it to the desktop." Because the thing is, my device is better than a phone, but it's not a phone, so I couldn't just stream with it. I decided to use this because, as far as I'm aware, it's my oldest channel with the most subscribers. Not that any of that matters, but 250 is a whole lot easier to start from than nothing. And it seems I did this incorrectly. What I thought I was doing was starting a new channel called The Adventures of Clem Hawkins, which I did. And then when I clicked the go live button, I thought I was on that channel, and I was not. I'm on my comedy channel. And comedy has since fallen to shit. The idea of focusing on it is now the joke no longer is on me. That was a funny 4.5 year haha on me. But here we are back to square initial, starting with The Adventures of Clem Hawkins. That's my attempt to document the past. This is my attempt to document the present. So in the future, I already have everything documented, as well as documenting the documenting of the past. Because inevitably, I'm aware. I've spent 5 years in this apartment trying to maintain enough concentration and focus to be able to accomplish a simple thing like getting this message across. I get distracted thinking I'm supposed to be a comedian. I invested a couple of years, a couple thousands of dollars in trips and travel and merchandise and all of the things required. Wasn't too expensive of a failure to realize I could probably be doing better with my time. And I'm just realizing that that's like way too big right there. Let's put it down here. I don't even know if that's still a deal. Where is that anyway? Excuse me. Supposedly it's copying. I think what I should probably do is, instead of window capture, I should screen capture. And a shorty main. That's the monitor in front of me. And that's that one. Cool. So let's put shorty main here. And let's squinch me down like normal for most people. Whoops. Excuse me. Let's just pull shorty main behind those two. And then we still have the Firefox. But I don't really care about it, so let's call that. How about this one? No. How about. How about this one? Where to go? Live streaming. Some should say sometimes the music. What if I go like this? How about I do that instead? Turn that one off. And yeah, I don't have the oops, close that. This is one of my pages, Radio Free Netherlands. If you were to go over here to this is my original, I guess, reduction, in that I attempted to pull all of my information and pictures and stuff from Facebook and Twitter. I used Instagram for a short minute, but never any of the other ones really. But this is my primary logo, the pop flags. It's essentially overgrow the country. It's something I picked up from a girl that I hooked up with on, I think, just one night. But she was making patches and created this overgrow the government that just stuck in my brain. Some other things stuck in my brain, but that's just another weird something. I was pretty selective on who I ever slept with when I was out on the road. There's still a probability that I have kids out there somewhere, which I don't really like the idea of not being there for them, but I've done all that I can do, and I've continued to do what I could do in order or hopes to find or be found by anyone of that situation, including returning to the scenes of the crimes, so to speak, and returning to those towns or areas or, places to talk to people who might have been around back then. But for now, this is what we've got. And I just realized, oh, I guess I can't because I've got that connected to this. The camera that I used, I probably could have used it as a playback instead of trying to copy. Because, of course, trying to copy things only increases the computer usage, bandwidth, system resources, etc. If I put my system's resources panel up here, you can maybe kind of sort of see what I'm dealing with. But here we can see that the network is relatively active. Of course, the memory swap's seemingly doing absolutely nothing, and the CPU is fluctuating right around 50%, which seems about normal. I purchased a processor to maximize this computer to the highest availability, unknowing that Hewlett-Packard limited the BIOS. Like, all of the hardware's there, but the software won't let it run. So the only way I can do this is I have to buy another computer with the best PC processor that this machine can run that will also run that one. And since that's a G2, that essentially means I need to buy a G3 68 6th generation microprocessor, whatever that is. Long and the short of it's like $200. I may or may not be able to do it in December, but since I'm in the situation where I'm reducing, adding computers is not intelligent. Adding a lot of things isn't intelligent. Figuring out ways of letting things go is what I have to do, including myself. I gotta figure out where I'm going, how I'm going to get there, and it probably is going to require a month day pass of some sort for the buses, and then a lot of hours on the buses going back and forth. It's about an hour to get up to Nederland. It's an equal hour to get back to Boulder. Those trips are more common in the wintertime with Eldora happening and being open, but again, more traffic means more difficulty, more crowded spaces, lots of less enjoyable realities. Point is, I got to at least go up there and visit this office and see if there's a waiting list and get on it. And then I got to go find other places that I could possibly move to, because it seems the only way I'm going to get my housing voucher transferred is if someone pulls it to a new place, because the people at the old place, the current place, continue to try to keep my money here while criminalizing me for following my lease and mentioning problems. When the problems are the people running the place, complaints do nothing but get you in trouble, and I'm already in trouble, so I got to get the fuck out before I get in more difficult trouble. The problem is evil comes looking for me, and I have an ability to get way more nasty than they ever imagined. And when they learn that, it scares them because they realize they fucked up by barking up the wrong tree and then having to have a big ass fucking grizzly bear in it that isn't going to hibernate. I'm spending this winter in the fucking wild dealing with the fucking bullshit that I'm dealing with. And as far as I'm aware, we're still copying. The one, oh, look at that, an error while copying. Fucking cunt. So here, let's do this. Let's try turning this off. I'm gonna do it with this button. And I'm gonna turn it on and use it as a media thing. And we're gonna watch this dang intro video for once. For change. Finally. Maybe. And that gets this party started. Let's go to the Zoom. Let's go to the last modified. I bet y'all didn't know that Firefox, if you drag a folder to Firefox, you can use it like the browser. Kind of cool, huh? All right. Let's see if we got audio. I probably need desktop audio. All right, hold on a second. How do we not have volume? Oh, that's muted. Maybe that's why. Still no volume. I'm closing all of that. I'm gonna use VLC. I'm gonna find that deal. November 14th. No, just the fucking one, damn it. Bless it, bless it, bless it. Problems. Sucks to be a monkey. And I guess it's possible I screwed up and didn't get audio on it. But that seems unlikely. Yeah, I think I would hear the fan if it was on this, wouldn't I? Yeah, the air conditioner unit. So this is my introduction. I'm still I'm a total loss as to why there's not audio. I used my Q2N, which I've been using, and I shouldn't seem to have any problems or issues with it. My audio seems to be here. Now I switched monitor and output to the capture device. That didn't seem to work. But this is me explaining that when I moved in here, I moved everything into my back room, and I lived in this room. And then with problems with the neighbors below me, above me, next to me, not above me, that backpack and that day pack are my future homes that I'm forced to accept. I've got those 2 skateboards. That drafting table is important. Those family keepsakes, photos and stuff. But mostly everything, this is all empty. That my process was getting, that's all empty boxes for moving. I was keeping all of my empty boxes there and in the back room. And this is me explaining I have the bad neighbors that essentially teamed up against me and are complaining to the office. So now when I complain against them, I'm the one that's being aggressive. I don't get it. I've since stopped reporting anybody. I essentially gave up. I accept that evil is running the show. Evil doesn't want good. Evil wants lies and bullshit, not truth. I'm not in existence to live in lies, bullshit. We're forced enough with that in the national media and stuff. Why deal with it in our day-to-day? So I go into this process of trying to explain it. And from what it looks like, God, I fucking hate this celluloid program. It doesn't give me any details. It doesn't tell me anything about this. It says that there's an audio track, but it doesn't pick it up. Long and the short of it, I get tired of all of the distractions. I get frustrated. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. I've done all I can to do. And this is just the start of my day. I'm 10 minutes past 4:20. I got this to get my day started. I got a cup of coffee fucking somewhere. And then I got to get back at this. So expect to see me more live and in person doing these. The easiest, most productive way for me to function is live on the cuff, talking like I write. But then I have to get the transcripts, then copy them, then edit them, then write them, then figure it out. So it's a long process. This is me documenting everything. This is Clem Hawkins. This is my new mission and or logo. It's completely incorrect because it's supposed to read The Adventures of Clem Hawkins on the cover with by Clem Hawkins on the second line. Like this should read The Adventures of Clem Hawkins by Clem Hawkins. But Gemini's a fucking retard. I'm a retard for continually trying to use it the wrong way. And at least now I'm getting some productivity and everything is concentrated down to one channel, the new channel. The new channel, The Adventures of Clem Hawkins, documentary footage. That's what I called it. That's what we're going for. And everything from here on out is going to be through there. And I'm going to use that as well, documenting my webpage, clemhawkins.com, or no, clemhawkinscomedy.com. Which probably I'll have to change now to The Adventures of Clem Hawkins, which at least then I've got everything consolidate, like down to a single idea. Sometimes it takes a village to make a idiot. This is my culmination of all of my stupidness condensed into one adventure book, I assume. I'm not sure how I'm going to fit 20 years of experience, life, stories, etc. within it, but it's what we've got for right now, and right now is all we got, right? So As I sit at this, you can't see it. I just held something up to a camera that's turned off. That's funny. But like a functional circuit board removed from its components, I'm a functional circuit board removed from all of the components of a society, it seems, and intelligence. And I'm reduced down to concentrating on one goal only: documentation, my adventures. I'm Clem Hawkins, signing out. Peace.